Top Brass Nation. Today, I have a very interesting topic to discuss about, and we are discussing the rise of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. To know the views of Sitesh Srivastav, I would like to welcome him. As you know, Sitesh has a deep interest in corporate training. He's been associated with the broadcasting and he has worked across the continent. So, welcome to the show, Sitesh. How are you doing today?
Thank you, Kanchan. I am really very well and happy that American election is over. How have you been?
Yeah, I'm fine, perfectly fine. I'm just enjoying winters here.
Very nice, very nice. So I think the world has been waiting for abated breath about this election and historic election, landmark election. And what I have been believing and saying to my friends that with this change, the first thing that would change the tone of the negative portrayal or the fear mongering portrayal of COVID 19 in the media would change. And I think the time is there after Mr. Joe Biden's election as the 46th president. Uh, the toning down of the media reports is actually a welcome move. But yet the drama is unfolding as we see. January 20th is too far, and our beloved Donald Trump has still not conceded defeat. So all these things are still unfolding, and everyday news stories are being planted, being said. But it is important to celebrate the journey of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. And the man who was youngest senator at one point in time, and he has a couple of times lost as well in this presidential circuit, presidential bid, was twice vice president. And it is debatable by many people how good or bad would he be as a candidate. But it is very important to see his journey, Kanchan. And of course, like millions of others around the world, Kamala Harris rise to bring break the glass ceiling of American politics is really incredible story. What is your take?
Yeah, do you know that there's a rise in gold and silver? And I see when we heard the news of Joe Biden elected as the president of the US. But when I'm talking about as a profile or a personality or the character, I feel there's a long achievement as compared to other presidents of US, because Biden was ranked as one of the least wealthy member of Senate. So that is one point which is favorable to him, because he has a connect to the people of US. A part of this, he also proposed finance reform in the election in his first term. So in these things, I think he's very close to Narendra Modi, who time and again is telling people that he should spend less on election, and is also talking about curbing the financing which are being spent in election. A part of this, Biden was the first to speak about gay marriages at a human rights campaign event in Los Angeles in 2012. So I think that a few good points and good issues which Joe Biden has taken up, and which make a very a strong connect of this person to the people of US. And when he came in India also, during Barack Obama administration, he also advocated that there will be a strong relationship with India. It is good, but we yet to see about what will unfold when he take up the presidency, and what will be the impact on India-US relationship.
Correct, Kanchan. So he will not have a very smooth time in the Senate, and that is for sure. One, because of the number of votes that have been voted for the Republicans. And it has been a very, very close and cut to cut, neck to neck at some places, the results that have trickled in. And still the kind of lawsuits put by Republicans. And even after that, once he takes the oath on 20th of January, functioning in a Senate with that kind of an opposition will definitely see the real Joe Biden that we all are waiting to see. And from the Kamala Harris side, the first Black and Indian American woman to represent California in the US, and coming from an Indian heritage and a Jamaican heritage. So that itself is a very interesting story, mostly for America, which is made up of immigrants. So I think it is very, very important, the challenges that he has, the one that he promised on the election trail, that he kept on talking about, and he spoke about jobs, economic recovery for working families, affordable quality health care, equality for people with disabilities, ensure the future is made in all of America, and securing a clean energy future, advance racial equity in the new economy. So he has made a lot of promises on his election trail. Combine that with the statements of Trump from since January that we have been seeing, and the approach, his approach, Trump's approach with the press, and his handling of the pandemic. Combine all of this with the mood in United States, all has contributed to this election. And I think this is a welcome change, a fresh change, which the American electorate is looking forward for. And I sincerely hope this brings the much needed uh, relief, as some of the news reporters were seen crying on CNN and other websites. They were seen crying, and one person, I don't remember his name, he said, "Today we can say that in politics, character matters." So the kind of outpourings of the news anchors is really, makes me believe what Joe Biden said. It is time to heal America. What do you
Yes,
say?
I also want to add in this because the relation with China and sustaining a balance in Asia will be an important international challenge for Biden. Though Biden plans to increase the number of high-skill visa, including H-1B, and eliminate the limit on employment-based visa by country, which is, I think, a welcome move, especially by Indian professionals, isn't it?
Yes, and I hear that there are talks about some 500,000 visa applications getting approved when his administration comes in place, and a lot of not only visa challenges, but there are challenges with the immigrants. And I also read somewhere a lot of Muslim population in United States, they came out for voting, which is a healthy sign of democracy, as they quoted and analyzed it. So the amount of frenzy that was seen, despite having a pandemic, people did a post mail ballots, and very few people went for the voting centers. Yet Joe Biden was able to manage the maximum number of votes by for any American president so far, and that tells a story. At the same time, Kanchan, it is also a little bit of a to take it in the stride, the age factor of Joe Biden, 77 years of age, one of the oldest American presidents to be elected. and the rumors that were spread about his health, and other rumors that if something happens, whether Kamala Harris will take over, and all such things, so what I feel is that it is really good for America. But you must realize, Kanchan, that China has still not congratulated Joe Biden as we speak.
Right.
And this speaks volumes about the diplomacy that is at play in international politics, isn't it?
So I was just talking about the visa related thing, and I feel that Joe Biden is expected to reverse the Trump move, which invoke work permits to spouse of H-1B visa holders. So that will be a great impact to large number of Indian families in US. And as we talk about Kamala Harris, though it's very it's I think a rise of Indian Tamil and Afro-Jamaican ancestry. She's from that background, and I'm just going through his profile, her profile, and I find she has worked tremendously on the issues like criminal justice reform, LGBT rights, and public safety. So these are few core issues which can connect any political person to the people, and I think these are the issues which need to be discussed not in US but in India also. And though we have LGBT rights already at place, but then there has to be criminal justice and public safety, which are these topics which we need more reform, isn't it, Sudesh?
Yeah, so Kanchan, it is about the new promises. It is about the promises that were made on the back of what Republican administration was doing in last 4 years, and especially the Mr. Trump's administration's response. So a lot of policy reforms are needed. Uh, and it will not be an easy task, as I mentioned, because of the presence of Republicans in the Senate. And but knowing the combination of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, I think both complement and supplement each other very, very well. And it seems to be the same kind of a team when Barack Obama had teamed up with Joe Biden for 2 terms. And they were always on the same page. And I think that is what we need to see with Mr. Biden and with Ms. Harris. And talking about Kamala Harris, I think she is very, very clear what she has been fighting for. And the America, she's proud of the America where she has been raised, and she will go for everything, that from a policy change, for the reforms change, like marriage equality she fought for. And I was reading some case by some Sikh man, trying to get a job into California government department, and they had asked, they didn't have a mask for him to fit because of his beard. And she fought for the American government policy, basically. She defended it. So now that is being also raised as how much she would be for the immigrants. But nevertheless, we must not forget that American politicians, like any other politicians, they would, first of all, they need to heal their own country before they start taking the leadership positions or pole positions in the international politics. The world would react. And I think the moment Mr. Trump concedes defeat, the tone of the media, the response of the markets, the response of the societies across where America has good friends, I think the value of dollar, this all will strengthen, and it will have a positive impact on our Indian economy as well. And our Prime Minister has already congratulated both Mr. Biden and Harris. And I think, our Prime Minister and his administration will have to make new relationships, and these new relationships will have definitely some change from the previous relationship that was built over last 4 years and couple of visits of Mr. Modi, right?
Yes, and we look forward how this relationship move ahead. We yet to really feel and realize that still the friendship of India and US is strong enough to take up reforms, to uh, take up all other aspects of development. So it was wonderful talking to you, Sitesh, and we'll meet again in next episode. Till then, bye bye. Take care.
Thank you, Kanchan. Have a great day.